Okay, guys, this is going to be a continuation of our previous assignments. So let's go ahead and get started. This is figure 6.78 hinge block. This is in the metric system, so let's go ahead and open up a metric standard IPT. Okay, so when we are creating this, we are going to be working um, on the YZ plane. Okay, I'm still a little bit sick, so I'm going to be doing my very best not to cough into the microphone. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be drawing this side view right here. So let's go ahead and draw a rectangle. So I'm just going to draw a rectangle starting on the origin and working our way this way. Oops, and I actually wanted to make a rectangle, not a square. So just gonna make that and then draw a line like so, and then I'm going to trim. Okay, so that way I end up with something that looks like this, and then I'm going to make another rectangle that hangs down on the bottom. Okay, so I have something that looks like this, and let's go ahead and add some dimensions. Okay, so from front to back, so from here to here, this is going to be 64. Okay, so everything should adjust. From very top, so from the very top to the very bottom, this is going to be 38. Okay, that is incorrect, so let me move this down. Okay, and then I don't like the way that that moved that, so if that moves like that for you, all you have to do is just kind of move things around. Ugh. Nah. All right, so let's undo that real quick. Okay, let's put this at an angle. Let's go ahead and lock this in at 45, and this angle is or this distance is supposed to be 6. Okay, and then let's go ahead and lock this in at 38, and it did it again. So if it's not doing that to you, then I guess don't worry about it, but it's bothering me, so I'm just going to delete it and we'll come back to it later. So let's go ahead and put this angle. This is going to be 30. I'm going to put this in at 19, and my distance from front to back is I already did it, 64. Okay, so let's go ahead and I will put in the rest of this. So 38 is this total height, but I wanted to find out what this is. So 38 minus 10 is 28. So I will put this in. This is going to be 28, and this is going to be 10, and then this right here is going to be 25. Oops, 25. And this is the right dimensions for everything. So let's go ahead and finish this sketch, and we're going to extrude it. So we're going to go to extrude, we're going to select both of these, and we're going to go in both directions, 78. Okay, so finish that and say, okay, we're good. We're going to make a new sketch on the YZ plane again. Okay, we're going to right click, go to slice graphics, so that we cut it open and we're looking at it like so. Okay, so what I would like you guys to do is go to project geometry, so that way we can highlight all of this, because we do need to see all of that. And then I want you guys to go ahead and make a rectangle. Okay, and if you guys do this line here and this line here do not line up, you're going to go to collinear constraint, and you're going to click here and here to make sure that those line up, which they do, or for us it does. And we're going to put in some dimensions. So go ahead and click on dimension. We're going to click on this top yellow line and this here, and this is going to be 25. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put in an arc. So I'm just going to put in an arc that's from here to here, and this arc is going to have a radius of 41. Okay, and I just put some random points. They didn't really have to line up or anything. And I'm going to go to tangent. So I'm going to click on tangent. I'm going to click here. I'm going to click here, and to make that tangent there. Okay, so once that's tangent, I'm then going to go ahead and click on dimension. I'm going to click on this line and this point, Sorry. And this here is going to be 10. That moves that. And then I'm going to click on my trim or hit X on my keyboard, and I'm going to trim all of this away because I don't need any of this. Okay, we're going to just trim out this right here. Select Finish Sketch, go to Extrude, and we are just cutting this out. We're going to click on Cut in both directions, and we're cutting out 60.33. Okay, so once you have that, that's it. And we're going to say OK, and there you go. Okay, that's all. So let's go ahead and keep on moving. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn it around because we're going to make this cutout over here on this other side. So I'm going to move it around to this side, make a sketch here, new sketch. Okay, and I'm going to project my geometry, going to highlight this. Okay, and I'm just going to float a rectangle. And I'm going to use my collinear constraint. Click there, here, and here, there and there. Okay, that's it. Gonna go to my fillet button here, and I'm gonna type in 16. Gonna click here and here. That's it. And then all I need to do next is tell Inventor that this point here and that point there are 10 millimeters apart. And I'm just going to trim. Oops. I deleted that, so I'm going to click on that point and that is 10 away, 10 apart, and that's that. And then I'm going to go ahead and extrude 2, and we're cutting it into the part. Say OK, and that is all I need to take away. Okay, this part is almost done. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 holes I need to put in, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. So let's do this really quickly. Okay, so this hole and this hole share the same center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something really easy, really simple, really quickly. I'm going to make a counter bore where this is the larger diameter and this is the smaller diameter of my counter bore. So I'm going to make a sketch here and I'm just going to put a point. Okay, and I'm going to dimension this. This is 29 from the bottom, 29. And where is it located? It is located 14. If I follow it down, follow it over, 14 from the front. Okay, so I'm going to put that. I'm going to click on hole. Inventor finds it. I'm going to make this a counter bore. Okay, my largest diameter is 1430. Okay, I'm just going to grab this arrow and pull it so that way I know that it's cutting through this, or I could type in 9. So because I do know that this is 9 here. And this I'm going to say is 1113, which is the size of this diameter over here, which is the diameter on this side. So if I look at it from this over here, I see my 2 different diameters. And when I say OK, I see those 2 different holes, and there I go. Okay, so now all I have left are these 2 holes here. So let's go ahead and make a sketch. But if I were to put that sketch here on this plane, I would have this covering it. So like if I look at it from the front, I have this curve that would cover it. So I'm going to put it here on that plane. I'm going to put 2 holes or 2 points, and I'm going to dimension these. These are 30 apart from each other, and they are 11 from this edge there, and they are 14 from the front. Okay, and I'm just going to align it. Okay, so that's that. and I'm going to make a hole. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, so that didn't work. So I'm going to go back into this, and I'm going to go ahead and make a hole that is 6 in diameter. And I'm going to put another one here that is 10 in diameter over on this side. Okay, so once I have that, I'm just going to go ahead and extrude this and zoom in this. I'm just going to say through all. Okay, and then I'm going to make a hole on this surface using that as my concentric reference because this is a counter bore. Okay, so this is going to be a 14 counter bore. This is 8 deep, and this is 10. And see what it did right here? I don't like that, but that's what it did. So let's see if I can clear that out and make that all nice and neat. So all I'm going to do is project that geometry there, extrude, there we go, and that's what that should look like. Okay, so there's what it should look like. Okay, so let's go ahead and, no, that's not what it looks like. There's something missing over here. That's what's missing, is this rectangle. Okay, so I need to put that rectangle in. So let me put that in real quick. Finish the sketch, extrude this 11, and there we go. Then that's not right. This should actually be 16 tall. There we go. And that's how big that one should be. So let me add that to that. And that's what that should look like. There we go. Now this one is done. So let's go ahead and save this into the right folders. So we just got to find the right folder. Nope. So this is 3-5 point, nope, 3-5.1, 6.78, Hinge Block. Okay, so save it. And then let's go ahead and lay it out on a sheet. So let's go to ENUS. This is in the metric system. So base, this is going to be our front, our side, and our top. Make sure that your center or your hidden lines are turned on, so that way we can see what we're looking at. And then let's go ahead and put in our center lines. So we have our center marks and our center lines. And then we have our center line bisectors that we need to also add. Okay, so all we need to do is adjust, move things over, and it is your responsibility to go ahead and, let me show you something real quick. I've shown you guys this before, how to properly do some counterbores, okay, which I clicked on hole and thread note, so you guys can do that all on your own. How to do those notes, everything. You guys should be able to do the rest of the dimensions all on your own. Make sure that everything is properly saved, 3-5.1. When you guys are done with this, make sure that you guys leave it open on your screen. Do not export and upload into the OneDrive. Just leave it open and I will come around and I will check it. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. Thanks, guys.